Investimenti immobiliari che passano necessariamente in tutti i paesi dal supporto, dalla consulenza appunto degli advisor che sono presenti in tutto il mondo e che conoscono nel dettaglio la realtà dei singoli paesi. Cosa succede in Italia? Lo abbiamo chiesto a Savills, appunto per la sede italiana, e ringrazio il dottor Potterton, che è a capo di Savills Italy, al quale chiedo qual è la vostra strategia in Italia e quali sono i settori principali, alla luce del vostro essere una multinazionale appunto presente in tutto il mondo.
I suppose my appointment this year coincided with significant change in our business and indeed in the markets. Our approach in Italy is a strategy of growth. We are looking to grow the business here significantly and indeed across Europe. Savills globally and in Europe had a very successful year last year, and they're looking to further grow their businesses in Europe and invest further. What does that mean for the Italian market? We have been investing in organic growth. In other words, we've been adding people into our existing teams in order to service the clients and taking market share in the existing businesses we have. But in addition to that, we have added a number of new service lines to our business, contributing to growth. In particular, our logistics area, hotels and hospitality, we've added a new team there. And indeed, building and project consultancy last year added and has been successful in growing their business already.
Alla luce di queste considerazioni, quali sono le asset class che ritenete più interessanti in Italia?
The asset classes that everybody is talking about at the moment are logistics, and that market has been on fire for a couple of years now. Everybody looking for logistics to invest in the area of logistics, and the Italian market is no exception. And we've seen some huge deals in the last 12 months, some well over the €200 million mark. I think the next area that we're seeing that has taken hold is living, and that would include student housing, senior living, and the buy-to-rent market. And I think that's an area that we're going to see grow even further over the next 5 years. It's something that we've seen across other European countries where the build-to-rent market has grown massively. And there's a large amount of international money interested in investing, and Milan now and indeed Rome are going to be the areas of significant interest for those funds. Other tips, I think, retail has had a very difficult time over the last 2-3 years. Everybody knows that shopping centres were closed, high streets suffered through the lack of tourism, but retail yields have now moved out significantly, and we believe that retail is now starting to offer real value for investors. So where we're seeing the yields in logistics have tightened down significantly, and logistics is looking like an expensive asset class, retail is offering real value, and we think that's going to be an opportunity. So for the future, certainly retail. The other area that's worth mentioning is the hospitality sector. Again, an area that had a difficult time through COVID, and the Italian market suffered in particular through lack of tourism. That has come back very strongly this year, and we only have to look at the airports internationally, the flights. People are traveling again, and really, the number of tourists coming back into the country is significant. And that's reflected in the hotels market, whereas we've seen unprecedented demand over the last 6 months for quality hotels, family-run hotels, refinancing, new operators coming into the market. And that's been a very, very busy area for us.
In questo periodo stiamo avvertendo gli effetti e le conseguenze anche economiche della guerra in Ucraina. Come valutate la situazione e quali conseguenze potranno avere gli sviluppi bellici anche nel mercato immobiliare europeo e italiano?
So I think what everybody knows and sees in the wider European economy and indeed in the Italian economy is the increase in inflation. And in particular, if you relate that to the property industry, we see a significant increase in the cost of construction. And that is going to feed through into property values. But of course, the implication of a higher inflation across Europe and indeed globally is that we're going to see increases in interest rates. We've already seen a significant increase today in the US, and it is likely that we'll see increases in interest rates in Europe. And this is something that hasn't happened for many years. Some young people won't remember interest rates much higher than 1 or 2%. So this is going to feed through to the property market, and yields are likely to move out somewhat. The compensation to that is that the demand for real estate is still incredible, and the amount of money chasing real estate as an asset class hasn't subsided. And where we have seen big falls in equity markets, we have not seen the same in the real estate market anywhere in Europe. So there are certainly some headwinds there, but I think we feel that real estate is still a strong asset class. We've seen no let up in the demand for it, and we believe across Europe and in the Italian market, it's going to continue to be an area of significant interest for anybody investing.
In uno scenario che cambia così rapidamente, quali sono le strategie di Savills per adattarsi alle nuove esigenze del mercato?
So Savills as a business, we've always prided ourselves in being adaptable, entrepreneurial, and capable of moving and changing with the times and with what's happening. Clearly, our focus is always on our clients and on what our clients' requirements are. So as I've said, in the Italian market, what we've seen is our clients moving into new areas of business, in particular living, big change, uptake in the hotels market and hospitality, and then in retail, a move there back in, and that has started with a big interest in food, so supermarkets in retail there. So what does that mean for our business? We've had to adapt and change, and we've done that through adding new individuals, by adding new service lines for our business so that we can cover the client's requirements. But we've also been investing in technology to make us better, more efficient, so we better serve our clients and can respond to their demands in this changing world quickly and meet their requirements.